I'm going to Kansas City. If I come, I come, I come, I come. I'm going to Kansas City.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Chopping It Up with the Cleavers. My name is Emmanuel Cleaver III.
And I'm Emil Cleaver.
We bring out a new episode every Tuesday on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chopping It Up with the Cleavers, and most places you get your podcast. So a lot of stuff has been going on in Mississippi. There was a white gentleman, well, gentleman is probably the wrong term to use for him, a white man who records himself trying to run over black kids who were on their bikes, some teenagers. And he was charged with 9 counts of simple assault motivated by hate. But that's what the art.
I just saw it.
And he says, and he was released on $45,000 bond.
Did he make bail?
He made bail, $45,000. So
after he tried to kill 9 kids?
I think his bail should have been like $5 million.
You all can go and watch this video. You can see it online. He's driving his truck. You didn't give him really good explanation.
I said he was driving and tried to hit him.
So he was driving his truck. He sees 9 kids. They're in a residential neighborhood.
Black kids.
Riding their bikes. 9 black kids. And you could hear him saying, 50 points. And he starts speeding up a little bit. The kids had to get out the way. And then when he barely misses them, he calls them the N-word.
Yells out some things. So, basically he tried to kill them. Basically. So, and they're calling it a simple assault. I think it should be attempted murder. 9 counts of attempted murder.
He recorded it and put it online. Like, I don't know what the thought process was. I guess, he thinks it's okay to do that.
Obviously, the prosecutors do too, or the police, or whatever. If he's charged with 9 counts of simple assault motivated by hate, that sounds like attempted murder.
Yeah.
What he thought he was just going to bump him and they were just going to scoot forward a little bit. But again, this happened in Mississippi. Not indicting Mississippi, but come on.
We know about Mississippi. Sorry, Mississippi watchers. If there's anybody watching from Mississippi.
I don't know if we know about Mississippi. You can name stuff from the 60s. Yeah. The 3 civil rights workers, Medgar Evers, the freedom rides that went through the South, went through Mississippi. But, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I don't know of anything recently. I guess
we'll have to check. It's just that they have a history.
Yeah, there is a history.
There's a long history.
As you can say, they have a history.
That makes me think that it's Mississippi. This guy is in Mississippi, so he must have thought it was all right to put it online.
If he put it online, he thought that, hey, this is not going to be a big deal. I'll hit him. I'll get some cheers. Maybe get some new followers on social media.
I was watching the news, and they said they couldn't show it because they didn't own the rights to it. The guy put it up, and I guess he took it down, but other people have. Once you put something up on the internet, they recorded it. So other people are showing it, but.
And they couldn't show it on the news because they didn't own it? Man, okay. Well, I can't quote any laws or anything. All I know is dude got off easy. That's easy. He hasn't gone to trial or anything. He posted bail, but $45,000 for attempted murder. Hey, man, where are you going? We're in the middle of a show. $45,000 for attempted murder seems extremely light. So Mississippi, the state, something's got to happen. That can't be. And if I were those parents, if he's just going to get a little slap on the wrist, then I don't know what the penalty is associated with if he's convicted on all 9 counts. But those parents needs to be doing some suing.
Probably be a couple of months.
It's not going to happen anytime soon. But still, the parents need to be suing or something. That seems like a slap on the wrist. So a clear case of racism, but also the fact that he recorded it, man, and then calls them racial slurs as he speeds by, just says that how people feel comfortable again. I mean, it's just out in the open.
Go check the video out. If you haven't seen the video, I think D.L. Hughley had it on his page.
Yeah.
He posted it.
They're not trying to hide it. They don't wear sheets anymore. There's no need for sheets. People, I guess these cats ain't scared.
No.
And so they think it's cool. I mean, they think it's all right. I don't know. But it's a sad situation where a man tries to hit some teenagers, and all they're doing is minding their business, having fun.
Just trying to have fun.
Riding their bikes. What kids do in the summer.
Just emboldened once again by Donald Trump. Trump on the radio or somewhere, wherever they played him. But he was talking about Brittany Griner.
What's he got to say about her?
That shouldn't be.
She's not American.
Yeah, she should just leave her there.
Yeah, we need to leave him somewhere.
We shouldn't be trying to bring her home. Just let her stay there. She had a lot of drugs. This is what he said. A lot of drugs, from what I understand.
Well, Donald, you understand wrong.
So yeah, but he's the one that people like this used to just bite their tongues. You know, they just bite their tongues, or they would ride by these black kids and just yell out the N-word. Instead, now they try to literally kill him, and I believe all of it is probably.
He made racism popular again. It never went away.
No, it didn't go away.
And it was systemic racism that is the real problem. And then you have individuals who are carrying things out. It never went away, but he made it popular. He brought it to mainstream. Racism is popular again among folk who listen to Donald. And I still can't understand it. I still have a hard time grasping the concept of black people who really like that dude.
Well, there's only a few. There's not many.
No, right. There's a few, but still the few. I know some that like him because they say he's a businessman. That's just how business. I know some, yes. Yeah. They say that's how business people are, powerful people are.
Are what, racist?
No, just talk tough, talk trash, do what they want, say what they want, step on people.
And do those people do that? Your friends, do they do that?
No, you used friends.
The people you know.
Yeah, one does.
And are they both successful?
One is very successful, yes.
And the other is not?
I wouldn't say, he's successful. He does well. But I think his thing is he's seen that's how powerful men are. He's not, I don't think he's like that, but he's seen it. So he's like, that's how they are. That's just how they are. You're not going to get around it.
All powerful men aren't like that.
Yeah, I know.
They're not quite like that.
I know, but that's the rationale. So I know that. So I'm still trying to comprehend. One, Donald Trump is a businessman, a failed businessman. But there's a difference between business and politics. And I don't think Donald Trump really understands how government works.
That's pretty clear.
And those who
government like a business.
Yeah, they can file bankruptcy when you want, or try to steal an election if you lose. But I guess those people who follow don't care. They just like that tough talk. Anyway, so this man, hopefully he'll get whatever the maximum sentence is. But I think this is another result of Donald Trump making racism popular, making hate popular again. NBA legend Bill Russell died on July 31st. He was the first head black coach in the NBA, won 11 rings. And so we thought in recognition of him, we'd do the 5 greatest big men in NBA history. I'll go first. So at number 5, I have one of the greats, Wilt Chamberlain, scored 100 points in one game. Number 4, I have Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Won 2 rings in Houston. Then number 3, I have Bill Russell, who won 11 rings with the Boston Celtics. Number 2, I have Shaquille O'Neal, who won his rings with LA and Miami. And then number 1, the greatest big man of all time, I believe, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem. Cool list.
Has to be.
So number 5, I'm going to put Bill Russell, rest in peace, one of the great defenders, rebounders of the NBA. Number 4, I'm going to go ahead and put Moses Malone. You can't shoot the ball if you ain't got the ball.
Great rebounder. One of the best.
One of the best. Dr. J couldn't win an NBA title until they got Moses on that team. So, Moses. Number 3, I'm going to go with Shaq, one of the most popular basketball players of all time.
Absolutely.
Lakers, great. Number 2, I'm going to go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And number 1, Kareem, he had the sky hook, all-time leading scorer. But my number 1, just because he had that, I don't know, just something about Hakeem Olajuwon. He had that dream shake. He was a scorer, rebounder, unstoppable.
He was.
Probably one of the most underrated players in NBA history.
They don't mention his name for some reason.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Bill Russell. Some people place him too high on the list of greats. Some people place him too low. They place him too high because they say he won 11 rings. That's all that matters. But those who place him low, he played with 7 other Hall of Famers throughout his career. So I think you have to give him props because he's the one. He was the constant on there. He did play with some greats, but he didn't put up the numbers. I think is what a lot of people say that people like Kareem, Shaq, Hakeem, Wilt, definitely not Wilt, put up.
Wilt is in my honorable mention.
Yeah, I can see that because Wilt won. He had to go when he was a little older. He had to go join the championship team with the Lakers. He won one with Philadelphia, but then he won one with the Elgin Baylor and Jerry West. And he was, I'm sure he contributed. He wasn't a superstar, but Wilt Chamberlain didn't have that go-get-it killer instinct. Maybe he didn't want to be seen as a bad guy, being taller and bigger than everybody else. There's some others on the list. David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. I'd probably have
Patrick Ewing,
David Robinson above Patrick Ewing if I were to go ahead on down the list.
I would not have Pat.
Oh, above? Why is he above the Admiral?
I just like Pat. I just like him. I like the Knicks team.
They were hard-nosed. They played hard.
Yeah.
There's some other ones. But today, it's hard. There's some good big men, but nobody plays in the box now. Nobody plays down low. Giannis, he penetrates. He's a slasher more than a post-up player. Then look at all the other big men. They're shooting from the outside, so it's kind of a lost art. But you still got to give Giannis and others his props.
Yeah. So we had to cut the podcast a little short this week. We'll be back next week, full length. We had some technical difficulties, so next week we'll have those resolved, and we'll be back next week.
I'm